what it looks like, I'll tell you something, and to everyone out in the online who's, confronted with the fact that it's very hard to find the right legal help when it's hard to describe what's been happening. But my thing is, I thought, well, it looks like this crosses into a bunch of different types of law. And lawyers always say, what's the issue, right? What's the issue? So, right, the first is to start with the fact that this person can't. I'm just gonna go up the kind of chain of like what types of attorneys. But it starts with no contact. That this person is not allowed to come. Right, it's like and the thing is, the fact that this person impersonated me at the bank and lied to get the key and invaded my apartment and took things out of it and stole things from me and a handful of other things I can't think of, but I will just start with that. If the person doesn't take no for an answer, and also the 20 phone calls a day. So, so that way, we'll start with that. If this person at some point says, that they demand contact, right, I have the attorney to say this person is not allowed to contact me or to come near me. And that's also just, oddly enough, that's the strongest case, that the person has done these things. That's the the impersonating me at the bank and the entering the apartment and you know what? Just take it one piece at a time. I think we'll start with that because that's the part where he needed this person really. You can't do that. You can't see. You want to focus on the things that are very clear that you can't do. It's really obvious. You can't impersonate someone at the bank. Can't go without their permission and tell a story to get the key to their home and remove things. Can't steal something from them. A couple other things like that. And then we'll just work from there. We'll check her. I mean, and the 20 phone calls a day. And a few others. Can't think what it is. But I'm gonna start with that. That's the really obvious one. And no lawyer's gonna say that man who's had that happen to him, that there's an old mentally ill person that's done things like impersonate him and at the bank to find out where he is, and I think that's solid and simple and doesn't take a lot of convincing to put it in the letter. And then we'll just go from there. And the whole point is so that I can feel free to not, to just ignore the person, because that way, see, the game is like this. I figure if they use these techniques where they contact people that, that don't know what's happening, like the rental agent or something, or people that whatever, fine, but then they'll be made aware that they're not, they're simply not allowed to have contact with me. So, and those people, if I told them that, right, I said, well, oh, no, you don't understand. He's been made aware. There's an order of restraint. He's not allowed, we're not to talk. That is a game changer right away. And then we can move from there. Because if he has the uncle who doesn't know any of us but call me up, right, well at that point, I'm at least protected from that fear that comes over me that this person's going to show up or call or do something. I said, well, You know, Rick, you gotta give me my time to get organized then, and then I move to the next step. But the first thing is to make sure this person bumps into that if they try to contact me. I think that's the wise choice. Alright, and type something up first. I like this. This is hard to kind of argue with. And also someone would looking at it with a fresh eyes, it's none of that's not hard to believe, and my credibility is high because right now there needs to be no mention of psychiatrists because I don't see one or anything like that. Yeah. And also lying to people about things like saying that building up a case that the person is mentally unstable. I mean, there's some of that stuff. Sounds like something we could do because also they're not going to ask that many. They're not going to get that into it with someone who themselves isn't making it complicated because I'm just dealing with one piece at a time. So I'm saying, man, here's this piece. This person has done things that indicate that they're unaware that they're not welcome. Okay, and that's like one tiny piece, and also it's not a big deal. And then we'll go from there. And there's also something called injunctive relief, which is like it will be to stop him from taking financial action when he discovers that. But also this is psychologically soothing too. It's getting old and this person doesn't know what the policy is, and that's part of how they've gotten away with it. By the way, is that this person that can come around and you know, when the guy demanded that they help me guarantee this apartment, I haven't seen them or talked to them in 3 years. They didn't tell the people that. They said that their son was living at home. That's what they said. So right off the bat, that lie that there's a familiarity when it's actually like a real, about as close to a legal dispute as you can get. Except that he doesn't because he doesn't want to get caught. But what he's done before, so he just gives in. But I think that's the main thing is we got to get that out in the open. And what else? And the bullying messages to the shrink and all that stuff is really fucked up too. So this is solid. Once we have that, I'll work from there. Let's do it one piece at a time.